My knowledge is yours.
About Ted and Crow.
Were you aware...
Were you aware that in many cities bearers are forbidden from having children? It is believed that the ether used to bring a child into the world evens the crystal's curse, lessening the mother's productivity. Such is the world we live in. Fortunately, Ted and Crow's parents were able to escape that world, if only for a brief
What of the
brief
twins
summers.
themselves?
Born in a hideaway, one touched by magic, the other spared its burden. Their minds are blissfully untainted by the poisonous rhetoric of priests and politicians. They will grow up knowing there is no difference between man and bearer, and they will pass that truth on to their own children and their aid to theirs, until the world we live in now is but a footnote in the annals of history.
Change will come.
And though a magic which requires no crystal to conjure, one that will endure long after the last mother crystal has fallen.
I have a few new notes that might interest you. You wish to study the tomes?
The Enterprise, the Hideaway's mithril engine-powered flagship, designed by the father and daughter team of Sidolphos and Idadol Talamon. The ship is currently under construction in a hidden cove on the outskirts of Canver. Persons of interest, victims. Quinton, the inscrutable landlord of Lost Wings Tavern and the leader of the village. Once a high-ranking member of the Cyberquest judiciary, Quinton was ousted from his post and his family slain on the orders of Lord Chief Justice. Quinton swore to bring his own brand of justice upon his nemesis' head, and it is to this end that he recruits like-minded bearers to his cause. The Lord Chief Justice, the highest-ranking judge in the Cyberquest judiciary, Quinton served under the precious holder of the office and respected the man deeply for supporting him in his crusade to rid the ranks of corruption. However, all this was to change when he discovered that his idol hunted bearers for sport. The Lord Chief Justice's backling for Quinton no more than a veil of morality to disguise that the rot beneath. Quinton turned his ire upon the man, only to be met with swift and severe retribution, the slaughter of his entire family. Lost Wing, a settlement located in central Sabrak, it had fallen almost entirely into ruin after new roads bypassed it. Until Quinton, a co-conspirator of Sid's, took it upon himself to rebuild it. His chief aim in doing so was to amass enough manpower to take revenge on the Lord Chief Justice of Sabrak, and he found no shortage of others who had suffered the man's hands willing to join him. Fearing this coming retribution, the Land Chief Justice set the Black Shields to seek out the village in order to destroy it. Canver's independence. The Free City's bid for independence began in 849, when several prominent and variant guild masters announced their desire to secede from the Republic of Dalmatia. After a bitter struggle lasting 8 long years, this independence was finally achieved in 857. It was 57.
The door to the shelves.
Thy will be done. Fight in the name of the Lord, in the name of what's holy. I've come to story again. Just a bit of Ok.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Otto? Fly, Ambrosia. Thanks, Gal. Otto, sorry I'm late.
Ah, Clive. I had a quick scout about, and I reckon this area's our best bet. Seems Blackthorn's the only one who thinks smithing with his Stardust stuff's a good idea. It's just lying here, waiting for any old fool to fill his boots.
But unlike any old fool, you thought to bring a wagon.
Well spotted. Now get filling. There's plenty of the stuff about. May as well grab what we can, eh?
Nossa, essa água é demasiado bonita. Essa água não tinha direito de ser tão bonita. É para isto. Hã?
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
What the heck? Ah, this explains everything. How long will we last to these memories of the past? Na, na, na. Ah, não há nada aqui em cima, really, nigga? Tá aqui.
That should be enough for now. Let's see how Otto's getting on.
How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
Stardust. Legend has it that the star once fell from the heavens and punctured a hole in a Dalmatian desert, when sprang forth and the fountainhead of the river Valkyrie.
More than me. Put it all together and I can't see Blackthorn complaining. Much. Here, Clive. Do you fancy a walk?
Bem visto, não esperaste pela minha resposta, presumo que sim.
Sid would be proud.
Of what?
Of you, you idiot. The way you've carried on what he started. When we first met, I had you down as a spoilt little puppy who enjoyed nothing more than biting the hand that fed you. But 5 years on, you're the one doing the feeding. So thanks for proving me wrong.
You weren't wrong. But I changed. Thanks to Sid. And thanks to you. When I suggested taking on his name, you were the first to back me. And if you hadn't, no one else would have. I couldn't have done any of this without you, Otto.
Yo, give over. You're making me blush. All I did was choose hope over despair. I gave you a chance, yes, but you're the one who took it. You took a rabble of homeless, hopeless outcasts and put them back on their feet. Gave them something worth fighting for, just like the old Sid did. About time I was heading back, I reckon. All this scrabbling about in the sand's taken its toll on the old pins.
I'll see you back at the hideaway then. You can take a well-earned rest when you get there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. But I'll make sure Blackthorn gets his precious black sand before I put my feet up. He'll only moan otherwise.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
There you are. Blackthorn's got his precious stardust, in case you were wondering.
How'd you lot get on? I brought back all that stuff Blackthorn asked for.
Blackthorn. Got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
Nice to get out and about for once. Let's do it again sometime, eh?
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Quest complete.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
Talk to her back there. You know, thingy. She'll tell you exactly which bits of which ruin we need. You just need to go and find them.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why, if sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Letting off steam tube.
I think Mid might need some help.
When it comes to boyish charm, Goose has...
Ain't so bad stretching your legs once in a while. Should do it more often.
Are you still running round after Mid? Oh, you poor bastard.
Hugo Kupka's dead, isn't he?
Oh, her ship lies still in harbor. He found
For drinking again.
My knowledge is yours. If you have a question for me, I should be happy.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
What the hell?
You know what you have to... That his lordship's vultures should be found circling the village can mean only one thing. That he means to strike at us before we can strike at him. There is no time to lose. The final stage of our plan must be put into motion.
Jesus, estava longe.
Let's go. Time to fight. You deserve a rest.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
The pieces we need are in the ruins, just over there, as is the terrifying monster.
Deixa o profissional mostrar como é que se faz, amiga.
Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go. The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
Jesus.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed.
Amiga.
Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Oh.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prism for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
I've been going round in circles trying to find something sturdy enough to withstand the fire of the engines, but light enough not to sink the ship. Should have bothered old Tome sooner. If anyone knows something I don't, it'll be him.
I think Mid might need some help.
When it comes to boyish charm, Goops has...
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
Ask about Hugo Kupka. I thought that bastard stuff would change things.
Close my eyes.
I can still hear his voice as he whispers for us to run, as he calls out to the soldiers to distract them. His words saved us, and I'll never forget that. It's just like he said, words are immortal, and his life on. Ai meu Deus! And his live on in me. They changed my life, and I've wanted to thank him ever since.
Only I don't know how.
I don't know the right
wish you were
words
here.
to teach them to me.
Is everything we've received and everything promised?
The bearer's plight. Few are those who would strive to lighten the burden borne by the crystals cursed, but if we are to survive the coming storm, we must stand together, bearer and brother, as you have shown us, a friend in our reach.
All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Are you still running round after Mid?
Hugo Kupka's dead.
Our ship lies still in harbor.
Never drinking again.
Harpocrates, do you have the moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Thermal all shielding designs. A battling diagram made all the more confounding by the preponderance of question marks that blemish its borders.
Shielding for a mithril engine? Whatever will that girl think of next? What are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moondew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragon fire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company, too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
Lighting of steam tray.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Drustinus.
I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us could handle.
Lighting of steam tree. Meets Enterprise wants for a thermal displacement stack, but she's struggling to realize the design. She asks for Clive's assistance in securing a material resistant yet light enough to serve as the shielding.
So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
All right. So, what are we fetching?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
Garlic? Conch shells? Are you sure this is the right list? Looks like the ingredients for someone's supper.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moondews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Well, isn't that convenient? I was hoping to be able to make a trip over that way sometime soon. Need to speak to an old acquaintance. I'll meet you there.
All right. Stay safe.
See you later, Clive.
Good luck with your research.
Hippocrates and I'll look after things here. You head over to Northreach.
My knowledge is yours. You wish to study the tomes? You are always welcome, Clive.
Now, where's Talia?
Oh my god, she's got attack. I am not a family in your head, in your head, in your head.
There you are, Talia.
Ah, and there you are. We shouldn't have any problems finding what we need in a place like this. But if time is of the essence, perhaps we should split up. Take a few items each.
All right. What shall I look for?
Let's see now. Why don't you take the garlic and the pepio nuts? Meet me by the gate when you've got them. Don't tell me you've forgotten what you're looking for already. Garlic and pepio nuts. Do you want to take the list?
Buy, sell, or be gone. Good riddance.
Garlic, hit people nuts.
Buy, sell, or be gone. Go on, take it.
How the hell is anyone supposed to...
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine. I hope it's to your liking.
That should do it. Hopefully Talia's finished too.
Well, did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic alimentary items are a hallmark of classical Suberquas cuisine, so much that it is a tradition for the emperor to award honorary titles to those responsible for supervising their cultivation and preparation in a white worm castle kitchens, the so-called garlic knight among them. Pepio nuts, the edible fruit of the pepio plant, is prized by chocobo breeders, although the superstition that it lends a stud but additional stamina seems largely founded on its blushing, swollen form that any quantifiable results. Forced down to reckoning, you may resume the second.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Job done. We should get this back to Tomes then. He'll be waiting. But we're not in too much of a rush, are we? Quick chat.
Stay away, wretch. I'm a man of God.
Do you know, I think this is the very first time we've been out on an errand together.
I think you might be right.
In all the years since you and that scowl of yours first appeared, you haven't invited me out once. For shame.
Well, it seemed long overdue. And you did say you had some shopping to do.
I was hoping to restock my supplies of herbs and liniment, yes. You and Jill alone burned through them like wildfire. No luck, though. My usual supplier's not here, and I refuse to pay the prices these gougers charge.
I'll ask Karen when we get back. What is it?
Oh, just memories. I came here with Sid once, shopping for supplies, just like today. And just like today, I came away empty-handed. Sid even said he'd speak to Karen for me when we got back. Has it really been 5 years? I remember it as if it was yesterday. Hold on. Does that mean it's been 5 years since we met? Feels a lot longer.
It does. In a good way, of course. Thank you, Taya.
For what?
For everything. I just want you to know that all you've done for us, all you still do, it's appreciated.
Do you think I'd stick around if I thought it wasn't? But in the spirit of sharing and caring, you're appreciated too, by all of us. Well, I think we've tarried long enough. I ought to get these ingredients back to Tome so he can make up this concoction of his. I'll meet you back at the hideaway, all right?
All right. And thanks again.
I heard you the first time.
Dodged the bullet there.
Ah, better late than never. We're ready to begin whenever you are.
What the fuck? Better late than never. Amiga, eu literalmente teletransportei-me depois de tu teres ido embora. Sinto-me ofendido.
He had a successful trip.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Taya how we might best go about preparing the Moondew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently,
Who the
it'll be
fuck
ready
is
soon.
Baldur's?
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course.
Oh, and Clive. It was good to talk. We should do it again sometime.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the Moondew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates.
Quest complete.
Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
Oh, what the fuck was that? Sometime later.
It's finished. It's finally finished.
For that, I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you,
Ai,
Clive,
estás-me a tirar
Blackthorn,
os
everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and
What
we'll
the
be
fuck?
needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Hã? Só tens um? Onde é que está o outro? Eu deixo. Porque isto aqui é todas as é a tua biblioteca de aplicações. Isto aqui é essas mais facilmente acessíveis. Tu reparas, tens dois, tu está aqui um Spotify, se andas por aqui, tens um Spotify. Onde é que está?